Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being here. Today it's going to be a nice little short one. We didn't have too much action going on in the markets, which can be expected for the morning, just because we have FOMC in the afternoon, so we're probably going to see more volatility, see more movement in the afternoon. But since I only trade from 10 to 11 a.m., we didn't really see much movement, and we'll probably see more movement in the afternoon. So let's jump into the charts. I'm going to kind of show you guys my layout, what I was looking at this morning, what we were seeing, and kind of my bias on the day. Perfect. Let's go. Perfect. So as you know, I have two kind of monitors. I have my laptop and then I have my monitor, which I'm actually recording this on right now. So on my monitor, I'll have these four sections. I have the 1 hour, 15 minute, 5 minute, and the 1 minute charts. And I like looking at them for similarities, confluences, especially if we're moving higher on the higher time frames like the 1 hour. We can expect that we want to see higher movements on the 1 minute. And then when they're in confluence, that is just beautiful. That means we're in a trending market. It means that we are looking good for the day ahead. So I like having these four time frames kind of open at all times. Let's talk a little bit about the 1 hour chart here. So yesterday we came down into that 1 hour fair value gap. We then traded higher into that daily volume imbalance, which was awesome to see. That is what we wanted to see happen yesterday, so it's cool to see it play out, taking out Tuesday's high. And then this morning, I wanted to see it continue higher. I'm looking for this weekly high to be reached. I don't know if we're going to do it this morning or in the afternoon because of FOMC, or if we're simply going to sell. I mean, this is my ultimate weekly objective, but it doesn't have to happen today. It could happen tomorrow, it could happen Friday. So I'm kind of just looking for that continuation higher into these weekly highs. This morning we didn't have much movement, as you can see. I did have this 1 hour fair value gap marked out. We traded down into it and then we traded higher. So that was awesome to see. We didn't get in a trade this morning just because the markets were moving slow and we are expecting more movement in the afternoon. Now let's go down to the 15-minute time frame in this corner. We again came into that 1 hour fair value gap, taking out these London session lows here. Again, we had that nice run higher because of that PPI news, came back down into this 1 hour fair value gap before trading higher. I wanted to see this high reached this morning. We didn't quite get there, and now we're moving lower again. These are probably going to be reached in the afternoon, I'm guessing. So I'd like to see those highs now taken in the afternoon. But it was nice to see, hey, we traded down into this London session lows, relative equal lows, into a higher time frame objective, and the consequent encroachment of that daily volume imbalance. Look at that respecting of that level before moving higher. Now we're down to this 5 minute over here. Again, the 5 minute for time frame, we kind of see the same thing. We traded down, taking out those London session lows, trading into that 1 hour fair value gap before ultimately moving higher, not quite reaching this high. On the 1 minute time frame here, I did see a setup that I sort of liked this morning. We again traded down into that 1 hour fair value gap, taking out these London session lows and trading into that consequent encroachment of the daily volume imbalance. But then we had this nice push higher, breaking market structure right here, trading outside of this 1 minute fair value gap. We use this 1 minute fair value gap as an inversion fair value gap, but then we also use this small little 1 minute fair value gap as an entry as well. We came down to the top of the fair value gap, institutional order flow entry Jill, before ultimately moving higher, slowly taking out some buy side liquidity here, but not quite reaching this high. Again, I did like the setup, but I didn't like that we had FOMC in the morning, and if my target was these highs right here, it's only a 7.5 point run. Yes, ultimately I'm targeting those weekly relative equal highs, but for our easy low-hanging fruit, it would have been this high right here. and we have still yet to reach it. So, I mean, it was a nice trade. I did like it. We did come down into that fair value gap. And I did like this trade, but again, we just didn't get in because we were expecting slower movement due to FOMC news in the afternoon. So yeah, this is kind of how I use these time frames all together and in confluence with one another. And seeing how they move together has helped me trade better, understanding higher time frames and where we're going. And once we're in confluence with the 1 hour, 15 minute, 5 minute, and the 1 minute chart, we are looking at a trending market, and I love to trade those trending markets. So having them all together, working in perfect harmony, is essentially beautiful, and I'm super happy to see that. So we will see what this afternoon brings. It is FOMC news, so definitely be aware, definitely be cautious and don't risk too much. And yeah, we're just going to see how the market plays out in the afternoon and how that affects us going into our trading session tomorrow. Yeah, so I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Cheers to you. Thank you for being here again. This video is short, but we're just kind of waiting till the afternoon to see if we can get more movement. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and cheers. Until next time, I will see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.